Vishram Singh Meena, Assistant Professor, English working at Government PG College, Karoli. You are in online class. This online class is meant for the students of BA Part First in Kota University. As we know, due to Corona, we are studying English literature through online mode. Today we are going to take literature Conceit. Conceit is a concept or image which came to be the term for figures of speech which establish a striking parallel between two very dissimilar things or situations. First of all, we should know the meaning of conceit and its origin. The word conceit has come from the Italian concept, which means a concept or image. This is the figure of speech where we have the comparison between two very dissimilar things or situations. Dissimilar means completely different. English poets of the 16th and 17th centuries adapted the term from the Italian word concetto. Conceit was used in the 16th and 17th centuries in English literature. It is divided into two, the Petrarchan conceit and the metaphysical conceit. So let us discuss the former one. The Petrarchan conceit is a type of figure used in love poems that had been novel and effective in the Italian poetry of Petrarch. As we know that the Italian poet Petrarch has utilized Petrarchan conceit. That's why this type of conceit is known after the name of the poet, namely Petrarch, who belongs to Italy. He used this figure of speech in his poems, in his compositions. The figure consists of detailed, ingenious, and often exaggerated comparisons applied to the disdainful stress as cold and cruel as she is beautiful, and to the distresses and despair of her worshipful lover. That is the tradition where this kind of conceit was used in abundance. Sir Thomas Watt in the sonnet "My Galley Charged with Forgetfulness" that he translated from Petrarch compares the lover's strait in detail to a ship labouring in a storm. So that kind of comparison is called conceit because here we have two things, but two things are very dissimilar, and there is the comparison. That is called conceit. So the first type of conceit is Petrarchan conceit. The second one is the metaphysical conceit. As the name says that metaphysical poets employed this kind of conceit in their poetry. That's why it was known as the metaphysical conceit. The metaphysical conceit is the characteristic figure in the work of John Donne and other metaphysical poets of the 17th century. It was described by Samuel Johnson in a famed passage in his Life of Cowley as wit. Dr. Samuel Johnson has described the metaphysical conceit as a wit. He defines it as a kind of discordia concourse, a combination of dissimilar images or discovery of occult resemblances in things apparently unlike. The most heterogeneous ideas are yoked by violence together. So this is the definition which has been given by Dr. Samuel Johnson to describe the metaphysical conceit, because the metaphysical poets has employed metaphysical conceit to show their intelligence. They are intelligent, no doubt, but this was their job to show it off. The metaphysical poets exploited all knowledge, commonplace or esoteric, practical, theological or philosophical, true or fabulous, over the vehicles of these figures, and their comparisons, whether succinct or expanded, were often novel and witty, and their best starting effective. That we can call that their comparisons were very witty, means it was not easy to understand for the simple reader. They employed their knowledge, and that's why the reader must be intelligent, must be very witty to understand these kind of comparisons. Especially John Donne's The Flea, a poem that uses a flea who has bitten both lovers as the basic reference for the lyric speaker's argument against a lady's resistance to his advances. So that a kind of concept we can see in the metaphysical conceit. The canonization, here we find the poetic argument develops. The comparison of the relationship between lovers move from the area of commerce and business through actual and mythical boards and diverse uh, forms of historical memorials to a climax which equates the sexual acts and the moral status of worldly lovers with the ascetic life and heavenly destination of unworldly saints. In all, we can say that A conceit is a kind of a figure of speech which compares two distinctly different things. There we find no similarity, but these heterogeneous ideas are yoked together with violence. That is called conceit. The metaphysical poets, especially John Donne, has employed metaphysical conceit, and that's why this kind of conceit is termed as the metaphysical conceit, because the metaphysical poets who have employed this kind of figure of speech in their poetry in abundance. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.